Tighten up your business harness, folks. It's time for the Badcast Newscast.
Hey, welcome everybody to the Badcast Newscast. We're really excited to have you here. You got Kenny and Tim and Reklis. That's me. We're really excited to see you guys. We're not seeing you. What am I saying? Whatever. You guys are seeing us if you're on YouTube or listening to us on a podcast, whatever it is. We're really excited to be here. So, Tim, Kenny, how are y'all doing?
Doing right.
Good. Yeah. Hanging in there.
Sweet. Tim, you've got
good times.
You've got the best sounding voice here because you're not using just your laptop microphone. What's that shiny silver piece of beautiful metal in front of you?
Yeah, so this is a clone of U67, the Neumann U67. I was looking at what's on the market and what's available, and then I came across these, and I thought, well, why buy a nice, decent name brand mic when I could build like a $6,000 mic myself? So backing up, the website it's a French company that offers DIY kits for particular microphones, like old classic mics. So I picked up this Neumann U67 DIY kit, and then also show you this. It's not what you expect or desire.
Hey, speak for yourself.
So also, and then this one, which is the U47. So was similar kind of thing, just a different type of frequency response. But they're like really high quality hardware. Like it all is like seems legit, just doesn't have the label on it. And yeah, they source like really good.
Who likes labels anyways, man?
I know, it's like unique. It's mine.
Labels are for losers.
So here's the guts of it. This one was pretty simple. The U67 was a bit more hairy because it's got this switch plate up here at the top that's like a separate board, so it makes it more complicated to connect everything together. So it's got the tube in it, and it's got they come with their own power supplies and everything. And it was really cool. Like I did the U47 first and finished it, plugged it in, and it worked. And I was just like elated. It's like, wow, it works. And it sounds awesome. Yeah. So it's really, really exciting. And then I did the U67, finished it up the other night and plugged it in at first, and it didn't work and it didn't come on. And I was like really upset. And then I remembered I screwed up on one of the soldering places. I broke one of the traces on the PCB and had to redo that, but I was able to fix that and get it working again. I was like really excited. It was like 3-4 in the morning, and Helen was staying up with me and was taking a shower, and I was like banging on the door like, it works.
Thanks.
She's like, okay,
go away.
Go meet you later. Yeah, so that's my story lately. That's my projects.
Awesome, man. So you got
really
two new clones in the house. This is Badcast Newscast episode 2, Attack of the Clones. Is that correct? What was the second one called? Clones?
The second one was Attack of the Clones, but this is episode 3 of the podcast.
I know, but episode 2, actual number 3. No, this is Badcast Newscast episode 3, episode 2, Attack of the Clones.
Yes.
There we go. That's the title. Yeah. Perfect.
Got it.
Kenny, what's going on with you?
Not much. Besides working and taking care of the kids, I've been playing a game called Dwarf Fortress a bunch. It's like a really fun, complicated, strange game, Dwarf Fortress. Read about it because it's fascinating. It's really fascinating. The guy's been 2 words. But if you DWARF Fortress, it's 2 words, but you can, if you search for it together, it'll probably still come up on Google. But the guy's been working on it for 15 years at this point. He says he's like maybe halfway done. It's insane.
Yeah.
Um,
Is there another spin-off game where there's a fortress at a wharf called the Wharf Fortress?
well, that's the game that I'm working on.
Yeah.
But basically, it's like a simulation game where you have your dwarves and you kind of tell them what to do, and they kind of build their little society. But it simulates like everything, like it simulates the internal organs of the dwarves. Apparently, you have to be careful because if you get too many chickens, then the game has to create like information for all of the chickens, and it will like screech your computer to a halt because it's just too much processing power required to do it. And apparently there's a vampire in my fortress, and I don't know how to find out which one of my dwarves it is, but it keeps killing my dwarves.
Whoops.
And I was trying to figure it out the other day, and I was looking in that, and I accidentally accused one of my best working dwarves of murder, and so he got beaten up by the police for a murder he didn't commit, and I felt really bad about it.
What a jerk.
Have you tried calling Vampex? I hear they're really good at getting rid of vampires.
I'm trying. I don't even really know how to do it. I think it says like there are some clues so the game, like I said, it simulates stuff about all the dwarves. So like the entire world has a history. So like sometimes your dwarves will create artifacts based on the procedurally generated history of your game. But apparently there's some way in there that you can tell maybe that one's a vampire, but I haven't been able to find it yet. And when I do, it's going to be bad.
Can you shine sunlight on it?
I don't think that bothers them. No.
Oh, they're not real vampires. The vampire mythology only applies in certain ways.
I think it does. I think that part doesn't apply to dwarves.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I don't know the rules on dwarf.
Plus,
vampires.
I have like 150 dwarves
Complex
at this
rules.
point.
Right. Yeah.
And like I said, the interface is not super intuitive.
Yeah.
So it's going to take me a little while to figure out who it is. But once I find it, I'll
You just
update the
accuse
pod.
each of them of murder one by one until you find out who it
Well,
is.
see, there's only like 5 or 6 unsolved murders right now. And even if it does, they only harm them. They don't actually kill them.
You have a society with 150 people in it, and there's 6 unsolved murders.
Yeah.
That seems like a lot of unsolved murders.
But it's all the vampire, though. That's what I'm saying. It's all the vampire. There was one murder, but there were witnesses to it. Apparently, they got in a bar fight or something, and that guy
Wait,
got
is this
punished
like
for
the
it.
name of the game? Is it a bar fight or a bar?
No, bar fight. I also have a bunch of goblins in there, but they seem not to be doing anything wrong, so I don't know what to do about it.
Goblin's gonna gob.
I imagine what's going to happen is
got a gob.
I imagine what's going to happen is pretty soon their friends are going to come siege my place, and I barely have a functioning army, so I'm just going to get annihilated. But that's part of the fun.
There you go. Well, I feel like this is the beginning of a segment we're going to have to revisit called Kenny's Dwarf Fortress.
I'll keep notes of really interesting stuff that happens. There's a lot of funny stuff that happens in this game.
All right, cool. We'll come back for some little check-ins from here and there. Moving on. But I think we should get to our first segment. You guys ready to do some Hot Judge Sunday?
Yep.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Tim,
Take
you want to kick us off?
Yeah. So today we went for a walk, and we walked in the sun. It was really nice because we haven't seen the sun in a while around here.
Right.
And we walked past a cow pasture and saw lots of cow patties. I mean, there were cows too.
One usually precedes the other.
And we came across
which one?
One particularly close. Oh, wow.
No, you have to have a cow patty. This is not chicken egg. You should finish.
Which cows?
Cow shit does not make new cows.
But it does make new other things. Which
the grass that they
actually
eat?
They did think that it for a long time science thought that it spontaneously created flies.
Oh yeah,
That's
Albert
right,
J.
yeah.
Science did think that. Yeah.
Good old Al Science.
LJ.
Yeah, so we walked and stared at some cows that stared back at us. They were like kind of almost within arm distance over the fence, and yeah, lots of cow patties. So rating wise, I would give that 10 out of 10 cow patties because there were like hundreds of them, and they delivered.
Awesome, good one. Kenny, give us your Hot Judge Sunday.
I'll do the one I was gonna do the day we were supposed to record, and then we postponed. Rush Limbaugh's dead, and that's thumbs up from me. When I was a little kid, I remember being at my grandma's house. I must have been about 4 or 5 years old. And her sister came over, and apparently I was scared. And I remember distinctly, I hid behind the couch from her because I was afraid of her. And then I told my mom about that later. She said, was talking about, she's like, well, she did really like Rush Limbaugh. And I was like, oh, that explains a lot. So yeah. Of world historical events, I give it a 9 out of 10. Only reason it doesn't get 10 out of 10 is because it should have happened 74 years ago or whatever.
I'm sure he wasn't a terrible person at age 5, so maybe 69 years ago.
Yeah. Nice.
Like that movie.
Yeah, maybe he could be allowed to grow into an adult, but
We don't bring up Ashton Kutcher movies.
Has there been any good Ashton Kutcher movies?
I mean, I liked Butterfly Effect when it came out, but I was in high school.
See, I haven't seen it.
I liked a lot of movies. I imagine I would have more critical thought about its aspects, but it also was just entertaining, probably.
Yeah. I like the
reference. Yeah, true. That's not Dude, Where's My Car level of movie.
Yeah. What were you saying, Tim?
I like the dude, or no, God, no, okay. I like the Family Guy reference when they were watching something. Well, the episode was they were like stuck in a panic room in their house, and they're like, oh my God. And Peter goes, like, that reminds me of that movie, Butterfly Effect, where it was so terrible that I wish I had a panic room that I could go and hide in.
Awesome. Good Hot Judge Sunday. For my Hot Judge Sunday, I'm also going to review a walk I took recently. I was walking around it's like on Finley Golf Course Road nearby. There's like a track you can go around, like these soccer fields and stuff. And there were some other people taking a walk there. And I was listening to the podcast. I was listening to Are You Talking REM Re Me from Adam Scott and Adam Scott Ackerman. And it's a pretty funny podcast. I like it. And they were on a bit that I was really enjoying, and I started to giggle pretty heavily while I was walking until I was actually laughing out loud, trying to stifle it. And other people are walking past me kind of the other way, but I have a mask on because we were walking pretty close to each other. So I'm just this masked guy just strolling, just and then that's making me laugh even more because I'm like I look like an insane clown. And so yeah, I give that walk 5 out of 5 insane clown posses.
Nice. Very good.
It was quite fun.
Congrats on your clown posse walk.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
A little CPW, yeah. All right, well, we need to take a quick break for a word from our sponsors, so we'll be right back.
Have you ever, in the immortal words of Skilo, wished that you were a little bit taller, that you were a baller? Well, now you can be with the Baller Shave Club. They offer the same razors and shaving products as their competitors, but at baller prices. As you can see, I often can't afford to purchase Baller Club shave products, but when I do, I get a nice clean shave that's about as good as any other razor you care to use. So join the Baller Shave Club, and you too can attract a girl who looks good, and you can call her, although unfortunately you probably won't be able to afford this 64 Impala.
All right, welcome back to the Badcast Newscast. We are going to jump into our next segment where we talk about Tim's made-up words. We call this Timtionary. So we're going to start with what I consider to be the classic word of Timtionary. Yeah?
Before you do, can I give a brief introduction to the Timtionary?
Please do.
So as I was saying the other night to the guys, I'm not sure that even Tim himself would call himself a writer, but he is a genius when it comes to words. I know he's not going to brag on himself, but I will brag on him. truly inspired things pass from this man's lips. Every once in a while, not every day, but nobody can be on every day. But I'd say of everybody I know, not even close, Tim has coined more words that get used more often than maybe everybody else combined. And so we wanted to honor that with the Timtionary.
I love it. That was a great intro, better than I was going to do. The best one to me is the one we're going to start with. Tim, please let us know what this word is and where it came from.
Wordburger. Yeah, I'll do that. The word is wordburger. So it's basically the same use as the word word, which is used as a confirmation, an exclamation,
an affirmation.
Yeah, like many versatile uses, kind of like the F word, like it's very versatile. So it was at the studio where I used to do some work, and somebody used word sauce, and I think that was something that I had come accustomed to hearing, and for some reason that led me to wordburger. Like, a word sauce needs a place to go. So like a wordburger, I guess, would be the patty upon which you place your word sauce. And that was pretty much it. And I used it a couple of times, and brought it to you guys in Supreme Fiction, and for some reason it just kind of stuck.
It did stick, indeed. I mean, Kenny, we
just like word sauce to a wordburger.
Just like word sauce on a wordburger, it stuck. Yeah, like Kenny, I would say we use this word. I don't know about you. I use it in my daily life. I would say at least every week, if not closer to 3 to 4 times a week, 3 to 4 days a week, I'm using that word.
Absolutely. Anytime I talk to somebody from our band, and a lot of times with other people as well, and a testament to the quality of the word, I will often say it or text it to people that have never heard it before. And I would say the vast majority of the time, it is completely understood in context.
Yeah, it's an accepted word. Like, without explanation, if used in context properly, people understand it, and I feel like enjoy it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Nice twist on the old mundane word.
Yeah. Word is still good.
It's like you say the word and people hear it, but then they hear the burger after, and it makes them smile. It's just a nice little treat.
Yummy.
I remember this would have been, so we were in the band Supreme Fiction together, and that's where we started using the word burger a lot. And I would text it to people very regularly. And I was really excited the first time I started a text, and I did like WO, and my phone was like wordburger. Like, it had suggested that, and I was like, yes. I was like, I did it. Like, my phone understands me now.
Even AI, who doesn't actually speak English, understands it, which is
like, yeah, we get it. Yeah. Good word. It's good. Well, that's the first installment of Timtionary. There are lots of other words and phrases that we'll bring you in this segment later, because Tim really is fantastic with word combinations and coming up with words, and they're wonderful. So you should look forward to hearing more about that. But that's going to do it for us today on this episode of Badcast Newscast. Thank you guys so much for listening, for watching, and we'll see you next time. So from the guys, wordburger, we're out.
Wordburger.
Hello?
Bad Media.